the mother.
What about me?
Human.
And?
The child is contaminated.
Oh, said the baby diluted.
I've lost the crowd.
You are disgusting.
She said I lost the crowd.
What? What's going on? It's your boy Sintel with the Intel, and you can already see Rakai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
You know what? The more I do this, the more it sounds like I'm like introducing a WWE wrestler. But it's so much fun. Listen, thank you all for being here. This is a day of celebration because we are at the season finale of Disney Who Season 2, the Chuti era. This is it, brother. How you feeling?
You know, Mean Gene, as I'm sitting here eating my little Hulkamania vitamins. Nah, my bad. And I can't stand Hulk Hogan's monkey ass. Anyway. I don't have words right now. Actually, I don't have words because this is it's bittersweet. We started our Doctor Who journey because of Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor. So the speculation that this might be the end of his tenure as the Doctor, that a lot of other things are still kind of in mystery and you know, up in the air about the series as a whole. It's bittersweet. I hope that the Doctor does continue. I hope that they stick the landing with this. I hope that everything, because season 2 has actually been really good. So I don't know what the hell was going on in the last episode. It's a little wonky. I said, what the hell? But you know, okay, let's stick the landing. Let's see where this goes.
I'm with you. You know, just give Ncuti, if it is his farewell, give him a nice, great farewell. But more importantly, I want to be entertained. Listen, make sure you all stay to the very end because you already know me and Rakai, we're gonna chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth over the things we've enjoyed and some of the things we might be crying about there because my boy Ncuti could be gone. I don't know, but we'll find out. That syringe one is killing me.
I'm gonna say that is one of the coldest. That is one of the coldest sonic screwdrivers ever. Sonic syringe.
You gallivanting all the time in space, but you need that hit. That sonic screwdriver always delivers.
It always delivers.
The reality war.
My God. Oh yeah, we ended with that bullshit. Like, hello, come on. Oh, it's a door in the hotel.
Huh. My goodness.
Good old Christmas episode.
Whoa. Okay. You finally back home?
John?
Oh, she's still thinking John. She's still thinking.
Anita! Hello, Doctor.
Yeah. Nice callback. Nice callback.
Yeah.
It resets. It gets to midnight and then it all clicks back to 7 a.m. on May the 23rd. It's done it hundreds of times.
Oh.
Where am I there?
I've got the house key. I can open the door anywhere.
So good to see you.
Oh.
Honey.
Yeah.
Somebody else is pleased to see you too. Oh.
Ricardo. Head of HR.
Oh.
He worries too much, but he's lovely.
Head of HR, word.
When I left you, you were just
Ordinary.
I didn't say that.
On my days off, I go looking for you.
Oh. Hey.
a classic John.
Right? All of our oldie but goodies.
Oh, look. Yeah. This is an interesting way to do a walk down memory lane. But when you start doing a walk down memory lane, that's a send off.
I ran straight from that to Ricardo, so all's well that ends well.
To find Omega, the most fearsome Time Lord in existence.
The Time Hotel, December 2024. You were supposed to follow him everywhere.
All right, I had Christmas off. He'll try to stop us. We can't wait for another midnight. 999.
Skin, her face wasn't that broken before, was it?
The Seekers have fixed the location. There, hidden beneath reality, deep in the underverse. Creator of the Time Lords, our Lord and Master.
They found
No
him.
one is Lord and Master of me. How to bring him out?
No, why do you want him? She wants to be Lord and Master over Omega.
Oh, yeah, because she said nobody's Lord and Master of me. Poppy's room.
And I have a daughter.
But she isn't real.
How dare you?
Is someone there?
It's me.
Oh. You're home. I thought you were... I don't know what I thought.
I'm coming down.
I'll make us some tea.
The dish is still breaking through the table.
It's a good question. But that's a part of the reality cracks that she was talking about.
Poppy.
Nice surprise. Daddy's here.
Got on his kilt. He's
Kilt
just
and
an
vest.
instant, he's a Scottish Braveheart.
Now there's an intro for you. Daddy's home.
I'm Belinda Chandra.
Yep.
But you're real. Yes, she is. We've had a baby.
In a single day.
Poppy's like, yeah, I don't really fool with you like that, lady.
This is Anita.
I just work in hospitality, really.
Don't get jealous now, Belinda.
All of you keep working. I said keep working.
Uh-oh. Daddy's really home now.
Yeah, sashayed in with his kilt on.
Mr.
Let's see.
Smith, what on earth do you think you're wearing?
The future! Mr. Smith is gone. I am the Doctor.
Uh-huh.
I'm wearing tweed.
I'm wearing nylon.
Oh.
Danger. Subatomic disruption. Reality levels now converging.
Yeah, he's back. I forgot all about her.
Oh! Rosie. Conrad.
I don't know how I forgot about her. Goodness.
Conrad couldn't see her, remember?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because she's trans, I think.
Yep.
Keep the real time flowing, honey.
Why is Conrad Clark on television? Never mind him.
Because when two realities collide, it creates friction. And the friction creates these excitated atoms.
I'm a pappy with Poppy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Belinda.
And this is our daughter, Poppy.
Everybody's like, huh?
How long was we out?
Yeah, it's like, huh? What?
Right. She creepy as hell.
What's going on?
Got me chipped like I'm a damn Cane Corso. I don't like that shit.
Beagle. Yep.
Yeah.
Wake up!
I want to save the world.
Oh, she got jets on it? She Back to the Future, that bad boy, isn't she?
Back to the Future. She got the coldest Vespa in the city.
You're running up and down like a man somebody. Watch.
I ain't seen her out the bed in a minute.
Bye.
For a minute, I didn't think she could get out of the bed.
I didn't either.
Instead, I've got you.
I'll do anything for you, mistress.
Don't say that.
Have you take your life?
Ridiculously handsome. I could tilt you on your side and serve olives in those dimples.
That's so disrespectful. I never heard that before.
Cross-match them into null space. I need you to build me that in record time. Can you do that?
Consider it done, sir.
Susan Twist.
A daughter? Do you mean an actual daughter? That's amazing.
Everybody's like, what the hell? Damn. She just rolled up in the spot.
Everybody kind of
Like
rolling
wilding
up.
up here.
I have been a
Really?
housewife.
She went to a hair salon before she got there. She's like, you know what?
If things are half remembered, then we met a girl named Poppy. Exactly like her.
Yeah.
Space babies.
Scraps of memories, yours and mine, have come to life in a child of our own.
Conrad and found you.
You really are an
Oh.
idiot, Doctor.
The Rani.
And Melanie, we meet again.
She said,
We meet again.
I remember you.
That
Yes.
painted doll of a princess could ever survive.
I never thought about you once.
Ooh.
I had a split second, flipped my DNA, made a biological sidestep, survived the cunning.
I have the only TARDIS in existence.
Do you now? Oh.
Time ring.
Okay.
Find a stupid blonde Earth girl, and there you are.
Excuse me?
Wow.
Oh.
Putting up with you and your 57 mother.
I've never met you in my life.
Oh.
All right, Rubes, darling.
Mrs. Flood. That's my neighbour. That's my neighbour.
And pinning it all down to May the 24th. But I was brilliant.
Oh.
Yeah, shut that shit up.
Every civilization has 1,000 legends about the world hidden below, the Upside Down, or Narnia.
Oh, I'm upside down.
He said Narnia too.
Some call him the original sin of the Time Lord, cast out from Gallifrey.
Oh.
Point is, he's alive. Exile to the underverse means he survived. With his body, I can resurrect the Time Lords and construct a new Gallifrey.
Oh.
The Gallifrey of old never did appreciate me, but this will be a power.
Down to me.
The species is barren. We're a biological dead end. There can never be another Gallifreyan child.
Huh.
Well, then how Susan?
The mother. What about me? Human. And the child is contaminated.
Oh. Said the baby diluted.
I've lost the crowd. You are disgusting.
She said I lost the crowd.
You're like insects, dear. Playthings, a fetish, and deep down in your hearts, you know it.
Ooh.
Step aside, let me build a new Gallifrey, and I will leave your world untouched.
All right.
What would happen to Poppy?
She would cease to exist. She would vanish like a whisper.
Said, not my baby.
Not one of you is taking her out of existence. Have you got that?
That's a mama's.
In the hell?
Or stay down here with the beasts below.
I swear, I will stop you.
Oh. Screwdriver. Shoot off. Oh.
Battle is on, Doctor.
Somebody's is better.
Now that syringe, yeah.
Target fixed. The chronon beam will pull Omega out of the underverse.
She is provoking the bone beasts.
Hey, you quick with it. I do love the Attack on Titan feel of it though. It does feel kind of dope.
Like literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Combat teams, attend your station now!
No, Melanie.
The steering wheel?
Activating weapons platform.
Let me find out. Avengers Tower is transforming.
They turn into Voltron, dog. I'm gonna be so done, dog. If they turn into a Power Ranger Megazord,
I will do everything I can to make it work. I owe the Doctor my life, Miss Chandler. I won't let him down.
true. That's true, because you was Sutek.
Do you mean Poppy goes in there alone?
Because I'm telling you, she does not. I'm going with her.
Okay. Well,
You wouldn't starve, or age, or suffocate. You would just be
I'm mad.
forever.
Dang.
Let's do it.
Hell no.
Dang.
Oh no, that's a little deep. My claustrophobia just kicked in on that right there. Damn. Like that, your Jurassic punk ass.
You better hurry up. Give her that baby. What you stalling for?
So for this, so that Poppy can live.
And a forehead kiss? Y'all got a baby. You better get a little. There we go, puppy.
Poppy's adorable. I tell you that. And I'll tell you what, in the MacGyver, Susan Twist made that thing that exists outside of time and space in record time, like in minutes. Like,
Yeah.
kind of damn material she got. Fire everywhere. Oh shit.
The indigo device is a transmat, like a matter transporter. You'll be fine, as long as you don't press the yellow button.
Oh, well.
That'll get you to Conrad, so you can stop him and bring his mission to an end.
How do I do that? What do I do? Can I punch him?
Yes, you can.
Beat his ass.
Well, hang on, what about Anita and a magic door? I'm just a hotelier, really.
Copied her coding.
Oh.
Street, out of
That is ridiculous.
24.5. All personnel, hold on tight.
She really got a ship's wheel in there.
If we die here today, I love you lot.
Just shut up and go.
That part. Got her making speeches and shit. Wasn't a George Jetson.
My man got the goblin glider.
Keep the red links connected.
Wow, the sound just really fell out.
No, dog, like,
I'm back.
That's all down.
oh, girl. Go beat that ass.
Hey, he was ready.
Like I wasn't ready.
Damn. Damn, he had a Roscoe immediately.
I know you haven't arrived with a weapon, only a speech, some dazzling words, maybe a pun. Those little tug the heartstrings, mimosa-scented platitudes about the power of...
That's funny.
You're a lord of time and space. Now act like it.
Don't you want to see him, the Almighty One? Don't you?
Oh, no. Y'all wildin'.
Omega locked and approaching. Here he comes. Back to reality.
So he gonna give him a damn speech?
I summon you, creator of the Time Lords. Come back to this world.
When does that ever work out well in a movie? When people are like, I summon you from the depths of hell. When does that ever work out? The guns.
Whoa, that's a Time Lord?
Oh, my God.
Not what you was
That's-
thinking, was he?
Why would you let that shit out? Yeah.
That's the Omega?
He gonna eat the Rani.
Oh, kill it with fire.
Become the god of time, with time lords to feast upon.
I think you'll find.
Man, shut all that up. Give me that. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Look at that. Look at your ass now. Wow.
That's damn near horror movie 101 type shit. Damn.
Wow.
Omega! Omega! Remember me!
Yeah, back the hell up, the doctor.
So much for the two Ranis. It's a good night from me.
She said, I'm out of here.
She said, I'm out.
I am free to feast upon this world.
Feast on a toothbrush.
Just stop me.
And there's nothing I
Toothbrush
can
ain't gonna
do.
get it. We passed that. He need to call Paul Wall and get a grill.
Thinking, if only, if only I had a weapon.
Oh, right behind you, buddy. Grab the axe.
Plain sight.
Yup.
It's time to go all Prince on him. Play a song.
Yeah, there it goes.
Power of 1 billion supernovas.
Get some. Oh, yeah.
And this right here is what they call when doves cry.
Into hell.
When doves cry. Doo, 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 doo. Yeah, take that. I would
back in the
die
hole.
for you. Yeah.
Couldn't give me no wish, baby, because there'd be some changes.
Don't you ever wonder deep down in both your hearts where your TARDIS was?
Yeah.
They actually got a pantheon god on the TARDIS.
Can't we wish for Poppy?
But then she might vanish. When I do this. Because I must.
Put that baby back.
Yeah.
No more wishes.
No more wishes. That seems extreme, my boy.
See if Poppy's still there. Hey!
I know you didn't think this cuteness was about to go away. Boy, you made it up.
Like me? So I thought, who is the best mother in the world?
He just dropped the baby on her.
But I am too busy playing poker.
And what about you, Doctor? Ruby says you're a father now.
I pity the child. Things will have to change.
I know.
Like, nah, I'm a dip like I dipped on me.
We have seen many a strange thing together, Ruby Roo.
Hey, it's a skill.
It's a skill.
Thumbs off.
Very.
I can do that. I can turn the TARDIS into anything. We can put a room off there or anywhere.
Oh yeah, this is way too happy ending.
She could see Neptune. No, she could see Kerala.
Poppy got a baby Carhartt.
In the year 60,000, there is a planet called New Delhi.
Oh, we are going there.
What's up with that jacket?
They keep passing it back and forth, right?
And now you want to stay. I knew it.
But wait.
I knew.
Why is it still folding up, though? It's not a jacket, it's a damn napkin now.
I want to see planets and galaxies.
Oh.
I want to see the Big Bang.
Mate, we will.
Is this
Gone now.
Ruby's wish? What the hell?
Poppy gone. Yep.
Where's she gone?
Who?
Poppy. Who's Poppy?
She's the only one that can maintain the memory, huh?
So I've got to chuck this thing back out into space, then the robots can find it.
Wait, you don't see this crib?
Like, you don't see a script? Yeah.
Doctor, where's she gone?
Who?
Poppy.
Who's Poppy?
Y'all got a whole crib right here.
You have a daughter, the two of you together.
He's like, I don't know if you notice about me, but
What do you think the cot is?
gone.
No.
Why does Ruby remember?
That's the question.
A long time ago, that space baby lives far away in a different world. I think your memory got a little bit scrambled. Belinda, where shall we go?
There's a great big universe waiting for us.
Oh, he knows. He knows. You saw the wink.
Let me just make sure everything is back in place.
25th.
Congratulations. Welcome. Happy May the 24th.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. I'll congratulate her properly later.
They say hello, by the way.
Who does?
The boss.
The hell is
That?
So,
the
entire
boss?
world is back to normal.
Yes! Yes!
They say hello, by the way. They, the boss.
Well, funny you should say. There are tiny little changes. Like Conrad's world was sort of glitchy. We're getting reports that the border between Norway and Sweden has moved 7 miles east.
So there are mistakes.
It was bound to happen. Ruby, reality shifted on a massive scale.
You said you went through my entire life.
That car when you were 7.
I'm barely a year old, born out of the TARDIS, remember?
You save all of us. Sometimes I think we're all your children.
What the hell is happening? What in the fuck?
I mean,
We're missing one person.
Your daughter.
I have a daughter.
oh, I thought he had known and was just playing it off, but he really didn't know.
There is only one thing that is strong enough to change reality.
Oh, shit. No, he's not.
The last of the Time Lords.
You ain't regenerate because Poppy come up missing?
He about to take an L.
We couldn't do cosmic milk cartons? Like he about to hit the coldest dance, didn't he?
Poppy. Her name is Poppy. Okay, her name is Poppy. Oh man, I like this face. What are you showing me that for?
It's about that time.
Oh man. Let's be honest. I was the best.
Okay, let's say best male, but don't tell the others.
What? How are you here?
I know, I shouldn't be here at all. He's getting a little bit out of order.
Oh, I'm surprised it's not the other guy. He is always turning up.
You've redecorated.
The other guy.
I've been popped out of my timeline because there's a great big time schism on its way.
Okay.
So I am going to punch a ton of regeneration energy into the vortex to jolt it 1 degree.
Giving your life.
A life for a life.
If you rupture the time vortex, you could damage the whole of creation.
Is that why you're here?
No, that was never gonna work.
No, I'm not stupid. I do know who she is. But I've never actually seen her in motion before.
Oh, well, it will be our last one if I get this wrong.
Don't get it wrong, then.
Yeah. Huh.
No chance of bi-generation.
No chance of what?
No, never mind. Forget I said anything.
Try shifting your third strand of phenotype markers 1 microspasm to the left. Just my help.
Oh, I'm older than you. Why didn't I know that?
Yeah, it's all a bit timey-wimey. We never change. All these faces and we never really change.
Just wish we had longer.
Right? I feel that.
We're stretching the timeline too far. I've got to go. Back to my old life. Good luck.
I love you, Doctor.
I never say things like that.
That's why you got me.
I should say that to Yaz.
You never do. But she knows.
Bye, Doctor.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Did he just turn into Iron Fist?
Okay. Okay. Guess he broke realities.
Broke my brain. I know that's for sure. I never really realized that his hairline is rounded off like that. That is diabolical.
Seeing Time Lord Heaven.
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
Not yet.
Can you just blow it out like a candle?
Mm-hmm.
Here he is.
Is this her purple?
Bad Penny. Go on then, mystery man. Where have you been?
Oh, I would love to be called Bad Penny.
You were there and then you were gone. But come on, she's waiting.
Who is?
Poppy.
Oh, you did it.
Oh, Poppy.
And the multiverse of madness is going on.
Remind me, what happened again? I was with you, and then...
Well, we stopped the Rani. And I turned around and you'd gone. And I had to get back home, because that was the point. At 7:30 a.m. on the 24th of May, remember? I kept telling you every time we landed. Never mind, Miami. Poppy's waiting for me. My daughter. Will I never see her again? Never mind, Happy New Year. I've got to be home for Poppy on May the 24th.
But she didn't say Poppy.
I'm in trouble.
That's the new reality. That's the new reality, though. Yeah.
You were always coming home.
Which means that ain't his child.
I got taken away by the robots on the 23rd, and for my timeline to get back to normal, I had to be here for Poppy at 7:30 a.m.
But why 7:30?
Right, better be off.
Oh, Mama?
And this is
My
one
baby
of the
daddy.
doctors from the hospital.
You see, I have this pain down my left side every time I turn corner.
Do you? Girl, stop.
I gotta go. I've got to
Did she just throw that cougar at him?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you managed to find us, so you can finally meet. Poppy, this is Uncle Doctor.
Oh, Uncle Doctor.
Good doctor.
Well, I thought it sounded nice.
Who's her father?
Like Uncle Baby Billy.
I told you.
Remind me.
Her father's Richie. Got together and, well, Poppy was born. We're not together anymore. We both wanted different things, but
Richie Akinbola, she's a Nigerian brother.
he's a good soul. You'd like him.
He's hurt that that's not his child.
To be the father of a girl who is 100% human since the day she was born. Nothing.
Hey, you got Maury Povich. You are not the daddy.
Can I tell you a secret? I can't have children. I wish that she was exactly like you.
That smile. Wow.
But I've got to say, you're the most amazing man in the world.
The ultimate friend zone. Get friend zone, buddy.
Well, I mean, he went to being a baby daddy overnight, though. That's, you know.
You'll come with you.
Yeah.
I'd love to show Poppy the stars. But you know what happens next.
She's seen him a little bit.
Will I
Yeah,
ever
probably
see you
not.
again, or do you never go back?
Yeah, probably not.
I hope you'll see me again.
I won't look like this, though.
But not like this.
Yep.
What does that mean?
He never told her the rules.
We travel in and out of the slipstreams of time. Beautiful things can be forgotten. And I love you, Pops. That will never change.
It's one of my favorite sets. One of my favorite TARDIS sets.
Yeah.
Joy to the world!
Joy.
That's dope.
Bend that budget.
What?
The shit?
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Sintel. Become a member of this channel. you'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Word! I'm trying to see if there's like a post-credit joint or something like this. That is crazy. Wow. Huh. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh my goodness. That's gotta sit in my bones for a little bit. Yeah, that's gotta sit in my bones for a little bit. That's crazy. I thought she was in like her own little private universe, hanging out with a different version of the Doctor, just chilling. No? Okay, all right. I'm sure. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. Let me be clear. I'm not mad at it. I just don't know what to think of it. Okay. Well, she's back.
She's not though.
Because the real her is still gallivanting with like the Doctor 2.0, right? Like the changed version of her
So
in her pocket
why
universe.
would you take her? Why would you take Rose's face? What in the sense?
I don't. Yeah, I'm sure they will find a way to explain it. I don't know. Maybe because the reality cracks and somebody in the chat said the bad wolf. You know, bring back the bad wolf again. I'll say this. Listen, if they wanted to hit me with something that I was not expecting, they absolutely nailed that part. I was not expecting that. I just feel like I need an explanation. Like, is she gonna go back and make like Mickey her companion? Is that what's gonna happen too? Like, I don't like. Are we going all the way back? Like
Martha? Mickey ain't leaving Martha. You crazy?
Oh man, I don't. Whew. Okay, the shock value is definitely palpable. You can feel it. You see me, Rakai, trying to sort through it. But I did enjoy Chuti's farewell. I did. A part of me was just holding, grasping at straws at something for him to be like, I was just kidding. We got one more season. Something. A part of me was, but you know, now that he is gone, he's done his tenure. Thank you. That's all I can really just say. And it's such a mixed bag of feelings. Thank you, Chuti. Thank you for bringing us into these Doctor Who streets. That's the big thing. Thank you, because this doesn't happen without you. And I think that's very important to keep bringing up over and over and over again. All of this, people in the Discord hanging out, all the channel, the way his direction is gone, just on a personal viewing experience of being brought into the Doctor Who world, kicking it, watching this with one of my closest homies. None of that happens without you, Chuti. So thank you, and I'm happy, and I hope that you're happy on your send off. As far as the storyline goes, as far as Doctor Who goes, I gotta chew on this a little bit. Rick, how you feeling?
Migraine. Okay, so dude, you know how like I've been sick all week and my stomach was churning, just it's bad. Mm-hmm. The feeling is back right now, but I haven't eaten anything. Like, God damn it. This was not sticking the landing. I don't know what the hell I just watched.
Okay.
Okay, so a long time ago, during the season, I heard that choices for potential doctor replacements.
Okay.
Because the rumor was that Ncuti was leaving, he was going to Hollywood, so they were going to replace him. But nothing was set in stone because the end of the BBC's contract with Disney was up, but that didn't mean the end of the show. So they were waiting on ratings and a bunch of other things that, to take place to see where were we at.
Yeah.
They were talking about Michael Sheen was a possible choice.
Okay.
They were talking about some other things. I'd heard somebody else. There were several other people to make it more palatable, to try to bring people back who #NotMyDoctor type shit, because they, as much as they don't want to say, we don't need the numbers, we don't need the viewership, yes, the hell you do. And Rose was on the list, but it seems so far-fetched and so ridiculous. The fact that they did that shit. The fact that they did that, it's like how I talk about Star Wars all the time. And Star Wars has jumped the shark and they way over here when it would be much easier to be down this. And it's like, you know what? The people, we keep telling what you want, and the Lucasfilm people, they're not listening. It's like, you know what? Just give them another series that has some other version or something with Luke Skywalker. Let's go all the way back to the Skywalker people and do that.
Right.
And that's what this feels like to me. It's safe. Or it could be a stopgap. We don't know who the next. I can't imagine that they went ahead, did a full regeneration into Rose or Rose's face for her to not be the next Doctor. Now, even though you loved her as a companion, this would not be the same Rose. It's not the same Rose.
Well,
that other Rose is in a different multiverse.
Well, that's just it. We don't know. We don't know. That's what I'm assuming. I thought she was in another verse too, but we don't know.
That's like the Doctor regenerate into Ruby. So the Ruby that was just next to him 7 seconds ago saying, "I see you later, Doctor," she don't disappear and all of a sudden become the Doctor. It's not. I mean, there's a lot of shit that we can take out of, it's a suspension of, disbelief.
Right.
Tammy whammy wibbly wobbly, but I'm gonna regenerate into Belinda, and now she was standing over her. Now she's here. I'm the Doctor now. What? But I think catch Bobby. I was holding Poppy 7 seconds ago. Catch her before she hit the floor. Like
I don't think they can just use her face. I think if they are gonna go with her, I think they have to make her. I don't know how they're gonna do it. They have to twist the script, because if they do, if it's like, well, it's just the face of her, that's whack. That's awful. I think that's a terrible idea. If you're gonna go that way, go all in. Don't do it as a half measure. Make it Rose, and then write it out in a way that Whovians can be like, well, fine, we'll rock with it. I mean, listen, in order to be a Whovian, you have to have a level of disbelief in your head, just because of just how crazy the stories can get. So this is as crazy gets from what I've seen in quite some time. Write it out. Write me to a reason why I can be like, I'll run with it. I ain't saying I got to be like, oh my God, that was amazing and brilliant, but write it in a way so that when I'm watching the rest of the show, when I'm watching the rest of the season, it's not always going to be stick in my craw. You know what I mean? It's not always just going to be that thing. Just write it in a way that makes it work, and I'm ready to roll, and I'm good.
Sure. Okay. We can go with that. Yeah.
But if it's just it's just a face, that's
write it in a way that makes it work. Yeah. I think the biggest problem with that is everything is still up in the air. Yeah. The official word that came out of the BBC was like, Doctor Who is not canceled. It'll be on hiatus until 2027.
Okay.
Well, that sounds a lot like we're canceled and we're looking for a new home. We got a year or so to do it before we start filming, you know, season 16 or whatever. Like, dog, I don't know what in the hell is going on. This whole episode was nuts as hell, and I get it because you're going between the wish war and the reality world or whatever, the reality wish world, reality war. So yeah, it was gonna be nuts as hell, and a lot of good things happen in the episode, and then a lot of just nuts type of stuff, and it's just like, we writing anything down. We just, you know what I'm saying? We just scribble some shit down, throw it on the wall, like, yeah, film that. Like, what? And now, to be fair, I still think that this mess of 2.7, 2.8 was better than 1.7 and 1.8. That shit was Sutek. I was like, and there was no real payoff in that. At least there was payoff in this. Whether you liked it or whether you didn't, there was payoff. It was a nice send off for Ncuti. A nice, like I said at the beginning, where we start to kind of go down memory lane with Anita. You know, nice callback for Anita. And you know, I be knowing some things, and I don't know what you know, so I don't say nothing. But when Jodie Whittaker came out, I said,
"Yeah, I know that I know she's a doctor. I mean, you can't not know that. I mean, I try my best to keep as ignorant as possible, but I do know she's a doctor. Yeah. So
yeah,
but
so
I couldn't get excited
I don't really know anything about her tenure.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know anything about it. So, but for her to show up, I was like, what in the hell is?
Yeah, I wanted to share that joy. I can't lie. A part of me was like, man, I wish I had the history to understand why this is probably. I'm sure for those that know. I bet that was probably a high five moment. At least I would imagine it would be. People are like, oh my God, this is happening, and running around having a good time. I just couldn't connect with that because I don't know anything about her.
Here's the thing though. For one, us watching it like this probably means something a little bit different because we are getting caught up, and we are new Whovians are getting caught up with Doctor Who. And the thing is, like, we didn't have the wherewithal that when Rose was originally announced or originally a companion, that was a big damn deal. Like Billie Piper, she was like a pop star. She was like, you know, I mean, I don't want to say she was like Britney Spears of England or no shit like that, but she was big like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, if at the time Taylor Swift became the damn companion, you'd be like, holy shit. You know, I'm not saying she's Taylor Swift or Beyonce. You're not on Beyonce's internet. I'm not saying that. So, you know, it's not Cowboy Carter in here. But what I'm saying is when Billie Piper was announced as a companion, that was a big damn deal. She has definitely progressed, and her acting chops have gotten a lot better. And you see, they brought her back a few times to big fanfare in the Whovian community. She even showed up just recently on that Netflix show Chaos about the Greek gods or whatever. I don't know if this is like across the pond, like, you know, people lost their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. To see a companion who goes from a companion to becoming a doctor that's crazy and kind of cool. But she wasn't announced as a doctor, so I don't know if this is the doctor. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's just
yeah, I'm just looking at the writers now. I'm just like, make it work. You've done this. You've brought this to my attention. Just make it work. That's my only thing. Somebody in the chat said something I thought was pretty interesting because they went and saw. So apparently, in case you didn't know this, Rakai, and for those that are watching, this was a cinematic event, was the season finale. So people actually went to the cinema to watch this. And a cinema viewing is a very different viewing than if you're watching at home. Because typically if you're watching at home, it's at most, 1 or 2 people watching with you. But when you're in a cinema, you get a really good feel of the culture, right? Because people, at least unless you're a fan, you're not really going to go see it at the cinema, right? So here it is. Alfie said, the cinema gasped and fell silent. I guess during the reveal. Now you got a whole room full of people that have no idea what's coming, that are diehard Whovian fans, and you get a gasp and fall silent. I don't know if that's a good response. I mean, obviously I wasn't there. Alfie probably could tell us a little bit more about that. But I have been in theaters when everybody is tickled beyond measure or shocked in a way that that's more of a pleasing thing, right? It's high fives, it's yelling and screaming, people running around, popcorn's going all up in the air. I've personally been through those kind of things. That oh my God moment, the on your left moment, that is a cinematic moment. So if Alfie's telling me what I think it is, when the cinema just gasped and fell silent, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. And that's coming from a test group of people that are diehard Whovian fans. So I'm curious what you all are going to say in the comment section regarding that.
I gave the thing about let's just go back to the Skywalker family. This felt like, hey, we're doing the Avengers again, and here's Dr. Doom.
Yeah, it was kind of like the RTD thing.
Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.
And Marvel fans just
what the hell?
Huh? It's like, I don't...
What?
Okay.
Some people are like, oh, that's awesome. He would be great. But most of the rest of us are like, how's that going to work? Like, what? Carry the 1, add 2. What?
Yeah.
It felt like... it was desperate. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a swing for the fences. It was like, hey, we don't got shit else. Maybe they'll take this until we can figure some shit out. Like, we don't truly know what is the next steps for Doctor Who. So we'll do this just in case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People will be glad to see Rose come back. They was glad when she came back before.
Jody Foki in the chat said, if it ain't bonkers, it ain't Doctor Who. And that's a fact. I agree with that. Yeah. I'll say this, and I've said this many times before too. I don't understand this swing for the fences, but I appreciate the swing. It's not something that I probably would have been like, hey, maybe we should bring her back. I don't know. But the balls, the freaking balls of the creators to be like, yeah, let's bring her back. That is a hell of a swing for the fences. But let me ask you, is it a swing for the fences? That's how it is, how it feels for me, or do you think they're playing it safe?
I think they're playing it safe. This felt like, if they were swinging for the fences, this felt like a balk. What's that? A bunt. Like, ugh. I don't understand it. So you give us Omega, the most vicious, the worst Time Lord of old, the original sin. He's on the screen less than Darth Maul, and all he did was eat the Rani like a Scooby snack.
She's talking all that cash.
Sutek was at least in Sutek was at least in episode 7 and in episode 8.
That's
and
funny.
He had damn near ended the world, and it wasn't a.
That is true about the Omega.
To me, the villain, what they did with this was the Rani. This other Omega shit, save that. Like, and where the hell was Susan at? Why did we keep seeing her face? We saw Rogue's face.
Fan service.
We even saw a flashback of Rogue in this. Where was Susan?
Well, but you know what though? I'm curious. There's maybe a minority group of people. Maybe we are the minority. I haven't checked social, so I haven't seen how other people feel about this. I'm curious to hear from those of you who are like crazy excited and this went above and beyond your expectations, because I'm sure that is out there. We just happen to feel a little bit differently. And if you are happy, you know what about this is going to be like, yo, this is a great opportunity for maybe tell a different side of the Doctor Who story. I'm just curious, how do y'all feel?
You know, here's the thing, and at least they left us with one thing to think of.
Mm-hmm.
The boss, they said hi. The boss of the town hotel said hi. Who the hell is the boss of the town hotel? And why did they say they?
It better be River.
Is Susan the boss of the town hotel?
No. I don't know.
And Susan, for people who are barren, who can't have no kids, he got a grandchild. Make sense. Like, where we do that at? Like, he couldn't even keep Poppy. And is Susan being half Time Lord, half human, I guess? Does she got her own grandchildren? Are they all part of the Time Lord legacy, that they the boss of Time Hotel? Like, what the hell is that? I really thought that Poppy was going to end up being Susan's mama, but I mean,
I have to jump back in and said it was pure shock. They said I saw clips of some cinemas in London, I live outside of the city, of people cheering. So different crowds took it differently, as far as I could tell. Okay, yeah, I'm curious, because I bet there is, you know, a section of the fan base that this probably went above their expectations by bringing her back. Yeah. You know, this what's a little disappointing is that the Omega really didn't get a chance to get like a whole bunch of screen time. And you know, don't get me wrong, I like the Rani, the actress that plays the Rani. I thought she did a pretty decent job. But her send off was quick. Like she got thrown in, she got tossed up and chomped up like real quick. I'm now talked all that trash and was out.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yo,
Mrs. Flood said, I'm going to holler at y'all.
Yo, Megan said, you want some of this old lady? She said, no.
She said, no.
Yo, that was great. She was like, nah, I'm good.
Omega was Debo.
I'm out.
But which means that the Rani still lives.
Yeah.
So even though Archie Panjabi got killed, the Rani still lives.
Yeah.
Dude, I just you know, here's what's killing me right now, for real. This whole bringing back Doctor Who staying its execution with this Disney time period.
All right.
RTD coming back to do Disney, because, you know, at the end of, before we got these seasons, Doctor Who was on the ropes, and they said it was continued, it was renewed because of these 2 seasons from Disney.
Okay.
Now that's up. But these 2 seasons, it is hard with us watching things concurrently, which means we watch all of these 2 seasons while we are getting caught up and watching the previous New Who seasons.
Okay.
We just finished season 9, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the greatest season of Doctor Who thus far.
Yeah.
At least that we've seen.
Yeah, that we've seen. Yeah.
You can't give me this shit. And I just got through with Heaven Sent. You can't do. We just We just got the one with the Raven, Heaven Sent, Hellbent, the Husbands of River Song. You cannot give me this. We are years past that. Like, we ain't got no better. We ain't got no better ideas. Like, who you got in the writer's room? Like, you know me. Are y'all using AI? Like, what is going on? Like, you got this big ass Scooby-Doo. The Omega looked like a reject from Stranger Things. It's like, you know, we don't have no use for this. This right here. Here, y'all can do something with that. We got Vecna. We good. Yeah.
Let me see.
Which is crazy too, because even though season 1 didn't start off strong, but it got better as it went until you got to the end of that. And he was like, what the hell is this? And then I thought this entire season was good. Episodes 1 through 6 of this season were really good. Episode 7, I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, but you got credit with me, because 1 through 6 were so damn good. And then you give me this, which wasn't terrible, but this shit was all over the map. I was like, we just.
Alec in the chat, Alec74 said, I enjoyed it. I'm not surprised by what happened. My honest opinion, if the show wasn't up in the air with Disney, this would be very different. I agree with Susan not being used right, but still glad she finally got a chance to be in the show. Also not a fan that he didn't face a Dalek or Cyberman. Rani, in my opinion, should have been the big baddie, doing some wild world-ending stuff. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. Sir Goopington said, I surely hope this isn't the end of Archie Panjabi as the Rani, because I really enjoyed her in the role. Yeah, I thought she did a decent job. And such a disappointing way to write her out. After that. Yeah, I feel that, like, they just really, she didn't even give like a really cool bad guy monologue before she got cut off.
Monologue and nothing. Yeah.
At least give me the Samuel L. Jackson before he gets ate by the shark speech, where you get all fired
and
up.
It was, because it was so obvious. Like the doctor told her, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie, you need to back up. Like, it was so obvious. She was just standing there like, I run this, I summoned you. When she said that shit, I said, oh yeah, this ain't gonna work out. Where does that ever work out? I summon you from the depths of hell. I control you now with my syringe sonic boy. I am chewing on your monkey ass. Like, that is... shit was crazy.
Magus in the chat said real quickly, all the classic stuff they brought back was anticlimactic as hell. Sutek, Rani, Omega, they talked your ear off in the classic. Rani had some screen time at least, but they dispatched her with the quickness when Omega showed up. And Omega just became a monster of the week, quickly dealt with, just like Sutek. Don't bring back classic villains like this if you aren't going to use them. They could have had the Rani all season instead of just Miss Flood Easter egg thing, leading her into having 2 episodes. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that.
Here's what I need.
What's up?
And again, who knows where we're going with this thing now, and I hope and pray that Doctor Who is not canceled.
God, I hope not, man. Yeah.
But the thing is, for people like us, new Whovians, I have delighted over all of these seasons seeing Silurians and, the Dalek and the Cybermen and all of these throwbacks, these pulls from classic Who, things that, the community, people in the Discord have to tell us about, or give us a little bit of insight. We're like, oh, okay. Then they show us some flashbacks. Great. Cool. I love it. Where are the new creatures? Where are the new villains? For if I'm watching Spider-Man, there's only so many times that he can fight the Green Goblin before. God damn it, where's a new villain? If the Batman cannot fight the Joker every damn time out, Superman can't fight Lex Luthor every time out. The thing, where are the new villains? So that people 20 and 30 years from now, our kids, their kids are looking back and be like, Dad, did you used to watch some some show called Doctor Who? Yeah, boy. Let me tell you about my day, boy. About that Martha. Let me tell you about Martha and Clara and Belinda. Let me tell you, and for them to be like, oh, well, they got these villains and they brought back the Rani. We can't even hold that and be like, oh yeah, the Rani. Yeah, that was in my time. No, it wasn't in our time. That's a pullback from a past time. When are they going to be able to pull back a villain from our time? We have been watching all this time and we don't have anything that's going to be able to go forward into the future.
Right.
And as much as I've loved everything that we have seen on this journey from 9 through 15 thus far, again, outside of the companions, where's that thing that's going to go? Because that's the only thing that we're going to watch 10, 20 years from now when they pull back one of these classic companions.
Right.
10 years from now, and they, we got a new mission. Oh my God, who is that? The new director of unit is Martha. You'd be like, oh shit, Martha come. Like, that's it. We ain't got nothing else. So I just think, for the strength of storytelling, there seems to be more things like that should move forward into, the future. Now, I don't know if there's anything like when they did a whole thing with the silence and there were some other ones that came like right after silence that seemed kind of like the silence. But when do we get to see those payoffs? Like, I don't know. I don't know who we need to get in the writer's room. I don't know what we need to do, but
there's actually a bit of a discussion with that regarding apparently who doesn't necessarily have a traditional writing room. And a question was brought up in the chat as to maybe it's time to bring a writing room into that, into this Who space. I'm not sure. I don't know all the details. I can't speak from a space of knowing what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to that. But I am curious what you all are going to think in the comment section with that. First off, this episode was pretty long. It's like 1 hour and 6 minutes long. So we got like 20 more additional pieces of content, 20 more minutes of content with this season finale. Which, thank you. If you're gonna go out with a bang. But we are getting a little bit closer to the end of this, man. So Rakat, man, I wanted to ask you, do you have any final thoughts before we get with this episode, or the season as a whole, or even Chuti's run?
First of all, you said it earlier, and I do want to say this. Thank you, RTD, for what you did. You know what I'm saying? You put together a solid 2 seasons, 1 season. This season in particular was actually really, really, really good. And regardless of whether I agree with the finale or not, the season was really good. Thank you emphatically to Ncuti Gatwa. I don't give a shit what other people say. I think he was a phenomenal doctor. He had a wide range of emotion, and he gave us emotion. And probably one of the biggest things that was said was him and between Jodie Whittaker's doctor when he said, "I love you." And she said, "Whoa, hold on, time out. I don't say that." He said, "No, you don't. But that's what you got me for." I was like, God damn it. I like it. I like it. Because that is the realest thing that has gone unstated over these past 2 seasons with Ncuti. He's gotten criticized enough, and he's even got chided a little bit by us about, the crying and his emotions. But to have a healed doctor who made it his mission, he cared about, what's the parable about, the shepherd had 100 sheep and he lost the one, and he said, we gotta go find the one. And it was like, wait, why we got 99 right here? Why are we gonna leave the 99? We got 99. We lose one, oh well. He said, no, we don't lose none of them. we're going to find the one, because the one is the one that's lost, and we're going to bring her back. And that's kind of how Ncuti approached being the Doctor, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic. My hat's off to Millie Gibson. I thought she did a great job in season 14, particularly 73 yards. She was great. My hat's off to Verada Sithu as a Belinda. I thought she was great in season 14, and boom, she was even better as Belinda. Yes, I see you, View. Yeah, right up there with Martha. Yeah, okay, I see you, boo. I thought this was really good. It had the potential to be so much better, and I really don't want this to be the end of Doctor Who. Doctor Who has been a phenomenal part of what we do, and I know that we are finishing up the gap in between where we're at now and this, but I just hope that, I don't know, you know, Moffat, somebody can step in and breathe new life into this and bring us back, you know. And it's hard, I know, because hell, we had the original trilogy, and then even George Lucas, who created the story, he did the prequels, and people are like, we don't like this shit. This is not the original trilogy. We don't like it, you know. But then they came out with them damn sequels, and that's like, you know what? Our bad. We was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Sequels not that bad. Like, I mean, we like the prequels. They was good. Like, that sequel shit. So, thank you, Doctor Who. Shit.
I think there is something interesting about the story of Poppy regarding just Who as a whole. If Who was Poppy, and there is something about fighting to save this child, and then everybody forgetting it, and then realizing that Ncuti sacrificed himself in order to maintain Poppy's existence. I like that. I do like that. I seriously doubt that's why the writers wrote it in that, to compare Who fans to being the child Poppy. But that's kind of like how I interpret it. You know, sacrifice yourself for the greater good in order to keep Poppy in reality. Let it maintain and exist. That's how I feel about Doctor Who. I'm a fan of Doctor Who. So it breaks my heart to even consider the possibility that this could potentially be the end, or even a hiatus even breaks my heart. Ending it just crushes it, because it is fun. It has so many ways and opportunities to tell fantastic stories that can break any and every boundary you can possibly think of, including space and time. And it took Ncuti for me and for us to understand how much fun that can be, and to hop into this sandbox and welcome us with open arms. So I'm super and will always remain grateful for Ncuti. Ncuti will be what I've said before. Ncuti would be the Doctor I would travel with. If I had to pick all of them, I would travel with Ncuti.
He brought us here.
Yeah.
He brought us here.
So thank you. Because there was a line that he said too, and we always want to, you know, remember and enjoy for being in the moment. Ncuti said, beautiful things can be forgotten, but it doesn't mean it's going to be sad. And Doctor Who is a beautiful thing, and we definitely don't want it to be forgotten. But if you're not careful, it can be forgotten. You know, it can go off into the ether and never come back again. So let's be mindful and just enjoy what's been given to us, and take it for what it is. You know, we roll with the punches as Whovians, from what I can tell. At least that's kind of the thing that I've been told from you all out there in the culture. Whatever it is that's gonna pop up on the screen, story rise, just roll with it. It's gonna be all right. Doctor's gonna save the day, and you're gonna have a good time. And as long as we keep that spirit, I think we're all gonna be all right. I wanted to give a huge shout out to all the people that's in the chat. The chat is absolutely clicking. If you're wondering who it is that we're talking to, members of the Patreon get a special section, a private section of the Discord. You can actually get a chance to watch me and Rakai do our thing in these reaction streets. And if that moves you and you want to have access to actually, you know, ask us some questions, that is the best way to do it. There's a link in the description that you can get to it super quick. One of the great things about Doctor Who also is just the interesting conversation that it brings up. Whether you agree with what's being said or disagree with it, you know, you have a voice and an opinion that will be respected, at least over here on this side of things. So I'm super grateful for that. And if you want a deeper understanding of what some of those conversations are like, you need to head over to Rakai's YouTube page, because he gives these tremendous deep dives where even though we run out of time here on the YouTube space, you can jump into deeper waters on his YouTube channel. Show some love over there. Hit that subscription button. Show some love to his Patreon as well. Rakai, tell the people how they get in contact with you.
You can catch me on my Patreon, as always. I am trying to do a better job of dropping my media therapy deep dives on there early. So come by my Patreon, get exclusive content, and, you know, sprinkle a few shekels on me. I don't mind it at all. But if not, you can catch me on my YouTube, youtube.com/Nupefonaville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. Don't worry if I said it too fast, it will be in the description. Remember, everything that we watch, and I think you heard in our discussion, we really do try to use this, but it's even more important when you use this. Thank you, Chef.
Hey, thank you, Chef. And thank you all for hanging out with us. And we'll catch you, hopefully, on the next season of Who. All right, y'all. Take it easy.